Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day. We got over that nasty little bit of rain that we had yesterday, and I think we're back to normal. Hey, a few people have asked me for plans for the projects that I've been making during this lockdown series, and I haven't really been publishing those plans because these are all very specific projects. But strangely, a couple of people want to make this knitting box. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of compile. Is that the word I'm trying to use? Compile? It doesn't sound right. What I'll try to do is bring all of these lockdown projects together in like a whole set of weird lockdown projects. They'll be free, but I've got to get those all, compiled. That's the word I'm looking for. It's early in the morning. It's the sunlight. It's just, I'm so happy to see the sunlight. Well, that was weird. I was just reviewing that shot I just did there that you just watched, and it looked like it was all cockeyed and crooked. I don't know, it was just like forced perspective maybe. Something was weird, but I don't know. We'll call it avant-garde. It was an impressionistic shot. It was like the cabinet of Dr. Caligari. I think this is one of the most satisfying parts of woodworking, is if you glue something up and then let it sit overnight and you come out the next morning and unclamp it and you're like, whoa, look at that. It's like a box without a front. What I need to do is cut out this shape in this front piece. But before I do that, I think what I'd like to do is make all these dividers and the drawer dividers as one unit that I can drop down in there, and then I'll be able to cut that front piece out just by following this shape. I can use these 1/4" boards for all of these dividers, and the one thing I want to keep in mind is the grain direction. I want that grain direction of the dividers to match the grain direction on the sides and these dividers. It looks better that way, plus I won't have any end grain on the top which would show, and I think that just would look a little odd. What I'm doing here is sizing this end grain so that it gets a better bond, and the way I like to do that is just kind of pack the glue in, fill up the pores, and then apply a final thin layer of glue over top of that. Before I put a clamp on here, I want the glue to kind of set for a little bit and just really take hold. If I try to put clamp on right now, it'll probably just collapse and fall apart. See if I can do this very carefully. You know what? I just don't think this is a very good idea. I think I should have cut dados in there, just some very shallow dados to help line this up, keep it square, and to provide a little extra gluing strength, because as it is right now, I really can't clamp this, and so I'm not providing much pressure on there. I have a feeling that once this is together and those drawers start going in and out, these things are just gonna come apart. Okay, I'm gonna redo this the right way. Hey, maybe this was meant to be, because as I got to looking at my plans, I forgot. I didn't intend to use the 1/4" lumber for those dividers. I was planning on using this 3/8" piece. So this will give it a little bit more substance, I think. And I'll save the 1/4" lumber for the thin little dividers in the drawers. Oh, an idea for a YouTube channel all about fungus and mushrooms. It's called Like and Subscribe. I'm not exactly speeding through this project, I'm definitely on lockdown time. I hope you guys don't mind. These projects are kind of, it's, when I shoot a video project of something, I edit all that stuff out. So it looks like I just make a project in, an afternoon, when it's never like that. But anyways, I got some real quick thank yous. First of all, this really cool book, 14,000 Things to Be Happy About. This came from Craig Hilliard. Craig, thank you so much. This is a great kind of book. You know what this is? This is a bathroom book. This is what You sat there next to the toilet, and you know, if you've forgotten your phone, I guess. I love these kind of books. So let me give you some things, okay? I'll give you just a few things to be happy about today. Airtight Alibis was the first one I turned to. Let's see what else we could find here. I'll just randomly pick one here. Balloon racing, hey, that's kind of fun. A wall of books. Smile buttons, those are happy things. Hey, thanks, Craig, I really appreciate that. Next, I want to thank Jeff and Lynn Campbell for ruining my healthy eating. This box of popcorn, they make their own popcorn. They've been doing this for like 1 billion years or so, well, 40 years, close to 1 billion years. So this is Campbell's popcorn out of Cleveland, Ohio. And there's like cheese flavored, and this one I'm really looking forward to, cherry chocolate. 110 calories per cup. Hey, that's not too bad. Hey, Jeff and Lynn, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. This came at a good time because nothing cheers me up more than food. And I got a really nice note from Tom Kelsey, who's retired after 40 years of running a collision repair center in Cape Cod. And I presume this is it, Kelsey's Auto Body. Oh, here's a better view of it. Kelsey's Auto Body. Sponsored by, well, not Kelsey's Auto Body because he's retired. So let's see. I came out here, cut a couple boards, tried gluing things together. That didn't work. So then I cut more boards. I'm going to cut dados, but I had to take a break to do my workout. Oh, and then I had to go to the supermarket because I had to pick up stuff for dinner. And then when I was out, I thought, well, I'll go get my mail. And then I got these, and I think, and we're all up to speed now. I can get back to work. Time to make some dados. Just feels like I've been making a lot of dados lately. It's kind of the story of my life, dados. You know what I was thinking? How bizarre it would be if somebody found the channel right now. This is like their very first video that they watched. Like any video in this lockdown series, it must be very puzzling. It's like, what is this guy? How does this guy get anybody to follow his show? He doesn't do anything. It's a show about nothing. It's like Seinfeld. It's just me puttering around, making dados, checking my mail. There's like, nobody is finding this and going, yes, finally, this is the channel I've been looking for. You know what I should do? I should probably figure out exactly how thick I need to make these dados. I'm just putting the blades in. I don't know. Hey, if you guys want to see a really good video on dado blades, there's a topic for you. Recently, James over at Stumpy Dubs, check out his channel if you don't. I'm sure you guys probably already know it, but he just had a video on dados, how to set up stacked dados and how to use them. And good, I learned a few things just from watching that video. It was really handy, so check it out. You know what I'll do? I'll be professional YouTuber here. There's a link down in the description. Think I'll remember it? I'll try to. Go look. You can look right now and see if there's a link down in that description. Oh, here's another YouTube recommendation for you. A new channel, John Krasinski's channel. Have you seen that? It's called Some Good News. You know John Krasinski from The Office, and now he's director of A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place 2, if that ever gets released finally. But yeah, he's got his YouTube channel. It's just blowing up. I mean, it's like trending crazy. It's a feel-good channel, and I think you're gonna like it. Check it out, subscribe to it. On yesterday's show, it's a once-a-week show. On yesterday's show, he had a reunion of the entire cast of The Office on there. It was pretty cool. I'll put that link in the description too. Well, I'm just full of links. Links here, links there. Okay. Now let's see if I can assemble this the right way. You know what I've noticed about myself that I don't like? It's when every time, I'm trying to stop doing this, but I just did it right there, is when I turn on the camera and start doing a new thing, I always start with, okay. So I'm gonna try to stop doing that, okay? Oh yeah, this is gonna be a lot better. Perfect. Look how that fits together, so nice. So what I think I can do is glue this together like this, and I don't really need the clamping pressure on it because there's just so much surface area in those housings. Probably would have been nice if those dados were a little tighter, but I think all I need to do here is just kind of square this up and then just let it sit. Just let that glue do its job. Well, this is definitely better than just trying to butt all those pieces up together and glue them, but I'm still not sure this is the best way of doing this. It's a little bit hard to get all of this squared up. I just hope it doesn't end up on one of those, you know, knitting fail videos. All right, so, you know, it looks pretty square, I guess, sort of. I mean, it's not bad. It's better than bad, it's good. So the trick is gonna be, once this is assembled, to get it in here and make sure that the ends are glued in properly. I'm just thinking ahead here. Should just set right down in there, right? Easy peasy. You know what we need? We need something to be happy about. Here's the random thing to be happy about. Oh, an empty parking space. Yeah, that one's a good one. That is something definitely to be happy about. Do you know, I have parking space karma. I really do. When I drive into San Francisco, and there's like 10 times more cars than there are parking spaces in San Francisco. So the way to park is that you have to parallel park on the street. And what you do is you just drive around blocks. And so I have a system where if I want to be at, say, a restaurant someplace, I'll start there, and I start in the little block around there, and then I slowly start to expand outward. And what you do is you wait for somebody who looks like they're walking to their car, and you're like, are they walking? Are they walking to the car? And then they walk on past, and you're like, don't. Or they might just be going to put something into the car. That's the worst, is when they spend all this time and then they don't go anywhere. But anyways, you watch, and then you see somebody, and you take that spot as soon as they leave. Or you can do like a San Francisco U-turns are pretty common too, where if you see a spot on the other side of the street, no matter if there's cars coming, people, whatever, you just turn that car around in the middle of the street and you make a U-turn and you take that spot just like that. But my parking karma is really good, and I have really good luck at finding spaces like within minutes, sometimes like right where I want to be. People would kill for the parking spaces that I'm able to find. TV show recaps and synopses. But you know what's really cool about this book is that there's just no rhyme or reason to what's in it. It's not alphabetized, there's no chapters, there's no categories, it's just a word explosion. So if you do, you know, find something that you can be happy about, you'll probably never find it again. Anyways, what have we accomplished on today's video? I'll think about that and get back with you. But for now, we're making some progress on this knitting box, I guess. I'll see you tomorrow.